Welcome to the Dark Dossier Files. Do you know that some truths that were hidden to us that never revealed? Do you know about the untold dark reality of Bermuda Triangle, that why ships vanish in this area, and what is the secret of Bermuda Triangle? Today we will start part 1, the beginning of the mystery of Bermuda Triangle. Before starting this dark reality, stay with us till the end of the video. Part 1. The beginning of the mystery. There are places on Earth where nature does not warn you. No alarms, no visible danger, no second chances, only silence. For more than 100 years, ships have entered these waters and never returned. Aircraft have flown across this region and vanished mid-journey without a distress signal, without debris, without explanation. These are not myths. These are not exaggerated stories passed down through time. These are documented disappearances. And yet, despite everything that has happened here, this place officially does not exist. It does not appear on international maritime maps. It is not recognized as a danger zone by aviation authorities. There are no warning signs drawn around it. Still, pilots remain uneasy crossing it. Still, sailors speak of it in lowered voices. Still, insurance companies quietly monitor every incident that occurs here. So, the question is unavoidable. Why does a place that doesn't exist have such a long history of vanishing without a trace? Welcome to Dark Dossier Files. Tonight, we are not here to repeat popular theories or dramatized explanations. We are here to examine the details that were overlooked, the records that were quietly archived, and the patterns that continue to raise uncomfortable questions. Because if even one of these cases is accurately reported, then the danger was never imagination. It was something real. A place with no borders, the region commonly known as the Bermuda Triangle is loosely formed between 3 points: Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. It sits in one of the busiest flight and shipping corridors on Earth. Thousands of commercial flights cross it every year. Massive cargo ships pass through its waters daily, and that is exactly what makes this mystery disturbing. Disappearances usually occur in remote regions, isolated waters, unexplored territories. Not here, yet here, vessels have vanished in calm seas. Aircraft have disappeared under clear skies. Experienced professionals have lost all sense of direction. Official explanations often point to weather or human error, but the historical record tells a more complicated story. The first warning signs. Long before the term Bermuda Triangle was ever created, sailors were already documenting strange behavior in these waters. Ship logs described compasses that refused to stabilize, navigation readings that contradicted one another, sudden fog banks that appeared without warning and vanished just as quickly. Even Christopher Columbus noted compass irregularities in this region in 1492. At the time, his crew believed the sea itself was cursed. History dismissed these accounts as fear and superstition. But fear alone does not interfere with navigation instruments. As maritime technology advanced, these reports did not disappear. They multiplied. By the early 20th century, incidents in this region had become impossible to ignore. Ships were disappearing without storms, crews were vanishing without distress calls, and searches were coming back empty. Steel does not simply dissolve into the ocean. The USS Cyclops. In March of 1918, the USS Cyclops left Barbados on a routine voyage to Baltimore. On board were 309 crew members and passengers. The ship was massive, one of the largest cargo vessels in the U.S. Navy at the time. The weather was reported as clear. The vessel was not under attack. No emergency transmission was ever sent. The Cyclops never arrived. An extensive naval search was launched, covering thousands of square miles. Nothing was found, no wreckage, no lifeboats, no remains. To this day, The disappearance of the USS Cyclops remains the largest non-combat loss of life in U.S. Navy history. The official conclusion? No definitive cause. 309 people vanished without leaving a single confirmed trace, and the ocean offered no answers. A pattern begins to form. What made the Cyclops incident especially unsettling was that it was not isolated. Other ships reported strange navigation behavior in the same region. Others disappeared under similarly calm conditions. Each case was explained away individually, each report filed and forgotten. But when viewed together, a pattern began to emerge. Accidents are random. Patterns are not. Flight 19. When the sky turned against them. On December 5, 1945, 5 U.S. Navy training aircraft took off from Florida. The mission was routine. The pilots were experienced. The weather was clear. The flight was known as Flight 19. Less than 2 hours into the exercise, radio transmissions revealed confusion. Compasses were malfunctioning. Navigation readings made no sense. One pilot reported something chilling. Everything looked wrong, even the ocean. Voices over the radio grew tense. Pilots began questioning their own position. Fuel levels dropped. A rescue aircraft was dispatched. It never returned. 6 aircraft disappeared that day. No wreckage was conclusively recovered. No bodies were found. The final report blamed pilot error. But trained aviators do not all lose orientation at once, and aircraft do not simply erase themselves from the sky. Before we go further, if this investigation already feels unsettling, it should, because what you have heard so far is only the beginning. If you value deep, evidence-based investigations like this, support Dark Dossier Files by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And in the comments, ask yourself one question. At what point does coincidence become something else? Because from this moment on, the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle only deepens.